I'm Howard Charles, and you're watching Jump TV.
Have you done theatre before?
Many times, theatre is the bedrock of my training and skill set, and I'm about to return to the theatre
Oh, okay.
with Sir Trevor Nunn and King John. I'm going to play the bastard. It's a great part.
Ah.
Yeah, the lead.
So how long was you in theatre before you went into TV?
Well, I left drama school to do my first theatre and TV job, so it's kind of fluctuated between the two. But I've done a lot of theatre. I was trained with the classics at my drama school, Drama Centre London, and so we trained with all that classical text, and it's the most challenging. So it makes sense to kind of start with that, and then all the other stuff, which isn't as sophisticated as or could be a doddle. That's kind of the idea.
So that's
what I
your
mean?
challenge area.
Well, I just the writing in classics is much richer, and not everyone can do it, and not everyone does. But I was trained to, and I can, and it's very rewarding, because it's deep. But that's why people still play Shakespeare.
Yeah.
Why is it these stories keep getting played? You know what I mean?
True.
Because they're full of depth and substance, and they're just great stories, and they'll never get old unless someone comes in with new stories. But the writing's great, everything's great about it, and so, yeah.
So how do you transition from theatre to TV? Like, do you have to do like a ritual, or like spend weeks reading the script, or how do you get into your character compared to this year?
It's just a different set of muscles that you're using, really. Essentially, the work is the same, but the arena changes. You see what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's really just a shift in mindset and a shift in how you express certain inner motifs that you have. For a theatre, I've got to play for everyone here, whereas for a camera, I've got to send my energy there. It's kind of go through you to the camera, and do you know what I mean? So it just changes the way you do things, but it's not difficult. It's just a mindset, I think. I mean, there's no trick, naturally if I'm on camera and I'm going, rah, whatever, not that you would do that in theatre anyway, but to be, kind of to demonstrate it, overtly, it's like it wouldn't work, because you'd be like, that's strange. So really, it's just kind of fitting in with the tone of the piece, whether it's theatre or whether it's TV. I mean, some TV is loud and big and all the rest of it, and some theatre is really intimate. So
which one do you favour? Do you have a favourite, or have you had a favourite play, maybe, or a favourite?
I love them both for very different reasons, but I think that I sort of just prefer theatre because it exposes you much more, and I'm a big fan of kind of true, committed acting with strong objectives.
Yeah.
Strong character objectives, and not, there's a lot of people out there who are actors, if you like, who aren't necessarily in it for the art, but in it for something else. And usually they're exposed in theatre. Theatre separates the wheat from the chaff beautifully. In TV film, you can sort of cut and go again.
Yeah, that's true.
You can't do that in theatre. If you haven't done the work and you're on stage, you'll get found out. And I quite enjoy watching people who haven't done the work getting found out. I think it's beautiful.
I guess it's true, because if you put in the work and someone else hasn't, it kind of...
It's not even just that. I think if you're paying for anything, you want, you want a story being told to you. And the West End, for example, you're paying all that. I mean, it's
a lot sometimes.
Yeah, we're storytellers.
Yeah.
As opposed to just actors, and it's not about. It should never be about the way you look and this, that, the other, and all these kind of superficial things that sell seats and sell this and sell that. It's about it's about changing the world, isn't it? It's about giving people something, educating them, enlightening them, as well as entertaining them. And I just think I'm a slightly, I like to go deep with that stuff. I think it's important. They used to burn actors at the stake many, many, many moons ago, because people were afraid of their kind of level of transformation and how they could be affected by people. And it's the most noble art form, acting, because it comprises all others.
That's
made up of all others, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's difficult. It's difficult business creating human beings.
It is indeed. So what's your favourite? Do you have like a favourite in terms of kind of being in London, because you're from London? So do you prefer like doing theatre because you like do West End and stuff, or do you like being able to travel and like being immersed into a different world, like the Musketeers?
I've been all over the country, playing in different plays and things. I've done a lot of regional theatre, regional tours and national tours, and I've earned my stripes, if you like, in that way. But it's fundamentally it's about the whole package, the character, the story, the director, the venue, whatever. But just because somewhere isn't like a big famous venue, whatever, doesn't mean that you should kind of not want to play there. I mean, I think it's about coming together and creating a story to tell people, and just because you don't live in one of the big cities doesn't mean you shouldn't have access to those stories. But naturally people fluctuate to those hot spots, and it's the way it goes, right? But no, it's always about the story and the character first and foremost, and those are synonymous with one another anyway. So it's like it's about storytelling. It should always be about storytelling first, I think.
So would you ever go into doing the storytelling yourself, so writing?
I am. Oh, okay. I'm writing at the moment. And
is it plays or TV or film?
I'm writing a feature at the moment, and I've got a couple of ideas for various plays, but one to be adapted, and then another one is like a brand new thing. And I sort of see stories that I think could be told and should be told, and
Will you play in any of them yourself?
Absolutely, yeah, absolutely. But I've got my own production company, so we're working on, making theatre, film, and television, and mainly theatre and film. But I think for me, television is great. It's kind of you're getting more time to explore characters nowadays. But there's something about the medium of film and theatre which I just think sometimes gives a bit more time to an artist to kind of develop something. And the really big TV stuff is like Breaking Bad and things like that. They clearly had time to develop their characters and things, and House of Cards, but that requires a tremendous amount of investment, both financial as well as in terms of time. But and ideally that's what you want, but it's not always the case because of the kind of bottom line.
So do you find that being versatile is kind of what you have to be to keep being successful in this?
Well, of course you do. I mean,
industry, in terms of writing and like doing theatre as well as
what
TV
do they say, right? Survival of the fittest. That's not strictly true. It's survival of the most adaptable.
Okay.
So therefore, being versatile is key to our survival. So absolutely, you can be a one-trick pony and be really great at that trick, or you can be a triple, maybe quadruple threat / blessing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just like walk, talk, and comb your hair. You know what I mean? Yeah, there you go. You guys are filming your thing, and you're doing the interview, and you're doing the kind of trying to get hold of things and trying to interview people. Like, you're bringing all of that to the table, which gives you a certain value rather than just, I'm good at that, I'm good at that. It's like, you guys do it all. So you bring the whole package, you know what I mean? Exactly. I mean, the reason I'm doing this interview is because of you guys. Remember, I saw you over there, and I was like, I'm curious what you guys are doing, and you seem really nice. So I was like, yeah, of course, I'll give you that time because I thought you guys had value and I believed in what you were doing. Whereas if I didn't, nice to meet you.
I think we're going to leave it there because you just said you were basically great, so I'm just going to leave it there.